We've all had those moments, right? You need a meal that gives you this um, maximum nutritional hit, but you just don't have the time or energy for a huge effort in the kitchen.
Exactly. It has to taste amazing, but you also want it to feel like you're actually doing something good for yourself.
And for you, the learner, who is always looking for that smart shortcut to being well informed, we think we've found a culinary solution that is a shortcut to wellness itself.
We really have.
Today, we are doing a deep dive into the specific nutritional profile and, honestly, the surprising health punch of maple-glazed salmon. It sounds indulgent,
It does.
but our sources, which combine detailed nutritional analysis, the picture of, well, perfect balance.
And our goal here is pretty simple. We're going to synthesize these sources and distill exactly why this specific combination, this fish and this glaze, is such an effective way to deliver nutrients. It's so much more than a weeknight dinner.
It's more like a deliberate strategy.
It is a strategy to strengthen your body from the inside out.
Okay, let's unpack this foundational power duo. Salmon is, everyone knows salmon is a health champion. But when we talk about a glaze, we are usually talking about sugar.
Right.
A lot of people might think, oh, I'll just swap in brown sugar or maybe honey. So what do the sources say makes pure maple syrup the superior choice here, beyond just the flavor?
That is the essential question. Because if we were just using, say, high fructose corn syrup or refined sugar, we'd be completely undermining the whole point.
You'd cancel out the benefits.
You would.
Yeah.
What's fascinating, and what the sources really emphasize, is that pure maple syrup is fundamentally different. It's described not just as a sweetener, but as a mineral-rich natural product.
Okay, mineral-rich. So what specific minerals are we talking about?
We're looking at primarily manganese and zinc, with some potassium and calcium too. But the real game changer here is the presence of these powerful plant compounds called polyphenols.
Polyphenols. Okay, let's pause there for the learner. That sounds a little bit like jargon.
Right.
What are they, and why should we care that they're in our dinner?
Think of polyphenols as your body's internal defense contractors. They are compounds from plants that actively fight these damaging molecules in our bodies.
They neutralize damage.
Exactly. What the sources call oxidative stress. So while the salmon is laying this incredible foundation of protein and essential fats, the maple syrup is providing these antioxidant shields. It just sets the stage for benefits that go way beyond just basic energy.
So the foundation is protein, healthy fats, and a built-in defense system. This isn't just a meal. It's genuinely functional food.
It is. The salmon gives you that high-quality protein and those really hard-to-get omega-3s, and the maple provides the protective minerals and antioxidants that just amplify the whole thing.
This is where it gets really interesting, I think, for anyone trying to optimize their health. We have 5 specific health categories where this dish delivers key nutrients. It's almost like getting the benefits of multiple supplements in one meal.
A very delicious meal.
The very delicious one. Let's start with the one most people probably associate with salmon.
Okay, let's do it. Benefit number 1, the cornerstone.
Yeah.
The dish is incredibly rich in omega-3 fatty acids, so important for heart and brain health. We're talking specifically about EPA and DHA.
Right. Eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid. We hear those acronyms all the time, but for the learner, what is their immediate functional role? What makes them so valuable?
Their value is, well, it's both immediate and structural. These are not just any fats. They are foundational components of the membranes around every single cell in your body.
Every cell.
Every cell, but especially in the brain and eyes. So when the sources call omega-3 steady, clean fuel for busy minds, they mean that EPA and DHA improve how fluid and functional your neuronal membranes are. That directly supports quicker signal transmission in the brain.
So we're actually talking about sharpening focus, better memory recall, maybe even cutting through some of that mental fog just by giving the brain better building blocks.
Precisely. And on the cardiovascular side, these fats are phenomenal anti-inflammatories. That's critical for maintaining healthy blood flow and just overall heart function.
That's a huge one.
It is. It's an investment that pays off right away and for the long term.
That actually brings us really nicely to the next benefit, because brain function and mood are so often linked. So what about support for a healthy mood and stress response?
This is benefit number 2, and it's where that synergy really starts to shine. The omega-3s, they don't work alone here. Salmon also has significant amounts of vitamin B12 and vitamin D.
Ah, vitamin D, the one that's notoriously hard to get from diet alone.
So hard. And deficiency is really common, and it impacts everything from your bones to mood regulation.
So what happens when you combine all three, the omega-3s, B12, and D? What do they do together?
They create this really potent regulatory complex. They play a pivotal role in synthesizing and regulating your neurotransmitters and stress hormones. You can think of B12 and vitamin D as helping the system run smoothly, while the omega-3s help sort of dampen the severity of the stress response itself.
So they calm things down.
Yeah. The sources use that lovely phrase, soothe the mind while energizing the body. It's a really effective nutritional antidote to a high-stress lifestyle.
That is powerful. Okay, so we've covered structural support for the brain and emotional regulation. Now let's go back to that defensive aspect you mentioned, the shield. Benefit number 3, boosting immunity.
Right. If the omega-3s are building the infrastructure, the antioxidants are maintaining the perimeter. So we go back to the polyphenols in that pure maple syrup. They are actively seeking out and neutralizing free radicals.
Those unstable molecules that cause cellular damage, right? Oxidative stress.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if we don't have enough antioxidants, we age faster, our immune system struggles. It's all connected.
So by eating these polyphenols, you're helping your body reduce that internal wear and tear.
You are. And what's particularly clever about this dish's preparation, which we'll get to, is that common additions like garlic, citrus, or ginger just support the immune system even more. It transforms the meal into this multi-layered defensive strategy.
Okay, so once we protect the system, we need to talk about rebuilding it. That brings us to the structural component. Benefit number 4, high-quality protein for muscle and tissue repair.
Yes, and we need protein for everything, not just muscles. For enzymes, for hormones, for just general cell turnover. A standard serving of salmon gives you between 20 to 25 grams of lean protein. But here's the kicker. It's highly absorbable.
What does that mean, highly absorbable, compared to, say, a tough cut of steak or even some plant proteins?
It's all about its amino acid profile.
Yeah.
Salmon protein is a complete protein, which means it has all 9 essential amino acids we need. And beyond that, the protein structure itself is just really easy for our digestive enzymes to break down.
So our bodies don't have to work as hard.
Exactly. The body spends less energy processing it and can use those building blocks much faster for recovery and repair.
So it's efficient fuel. And practically, that high-quality protein gives you that long-lasting satiety, that feeling of being full, which is so important for managing cravings and keeping your energy stable.
Absolutely. The mix of protein and healthy fats means your blood sugar stays stable. You avoid those post-meal crashes that we get from carb-heavy meals.
Yeah, that 3 p.m. slump. Okay, and finally, let's wrap up the benefits with one that might be the most visible to the outside world. Benefit number 5, promoting healthy skin and hair.
This is a beautiful tag team effort between the fish and the glaze. The healthy fats from the salmon are basically internal moisturizers.
I like that.
They help maintain the skin's lipid barrier, keeping it supple, glowing, resilient. If your skin feels dry, it's often a sign your essential fat intake is too low.
And what's the maple syrup doing here?
It's contributing those critical minerals, again, specifically zinc and manganese. Zinc is absolutely essential for cell repair, and it plays a direct role in supporting collagen formation.
And collagen is what gives skin its structure and elasticity.
It is. So the maple is providing the precursors needed to physically build and maintain healthy tissue. It's internal nourishment that translates directly to external benefits.
That is a truly remarkable stack of benefits in one simple dish. So we know why it works. Now let's talk about how quickly we can actually get these benefits, which brings us to the practical side.
Indeed. The beauty of this recipe is that it delivers all of this without needing complex culinary skills. The flavor sweet, savory, beautifully caramelized is surprisingly quick. Start to finish, we're talking less than 30 minutes.
Okay, let's break down that glaze because that's where all the magic is happening. What do we need to combine for all this flavor and health?
To serve 4, you need the foundation. A 1/4 cup of pure maple syrup. That provides the sweetness and those antioxidants. Then 2 tablespoons of low-sodium soy sauce or coconut aminos.
For that salty, savory depth.
Exactly. Next, for the immune and flavor boosts, 2 cloves of minced garlic and about 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon or even orange juice. That acid is essential. It cuts the richness of the salmon.
And you need an emulsifier, I'm guessing?
Correct. 1 tablespoon of olive oil to bind it all and add another healthy fat. And then for warmth, 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, or use fresh if you have it. Season with sea salt, pepper, and maybe a pinch of red pepper flakes for a little metabolism-boosting heat.
That combination sounds perfect. It hits every note: sweet, savory, acid, spice. But the sources highlight one critical prep step that can make or break the final dish.
This is key. After you whisk that glaze together, you have to reserve about half of it.
Reserve it.
Yes, set about half of it aside for the cooking stage. You only use the first half to marinate the salmon fillets for a quick 15 to 20 minutes.
Why is that so important? Why not just dump it all on at the start?
Because if you did, the sugars would burn almost immediately when you hit them with high heat.
Ah,
Reserving the glaze lets the first half penetrate for flavor, while the second, fresh application during cooking, is what creates that beautiful, sticky caramelization we want. A little trick for a perfect texture.
that makes perfect sense. Okay, quick cooking options. Option 1 is the easiest. Oven baked.
Yep. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 205 Celsius. Line a baking sheet with parchment paper, place your salmon on it, then brush generously with that reserved glaze. Bake for just 12 to 15 minutes.
And it's done when it's flaky and that glaze is deep and glossy.
Exactly.
And for anyone who prefers that crispy skin, option 2 is pan-seared.
You'll want a hot skillet, medium-high heat, little bit of oil. If your fillets have skin, you start skin side down for 3 to 4 minutes to get it crisp.
Okay.
Then you flip the fish, and this is when you pour the reserved glaze on top. Let it simmer, it reduces really quickly and turns into this thick, sticky sauce that coats the salmon perfectly.
So we've maximized the nutrition and flavor in under 20 minutes of cooking. Let's wrap up by connecting this back to the bigger wellness picture. What are the best pairings and quality considerations the sources mention?
The pairings really focus on rounding out the nutrient profile with fiber and micronutrients. So think roasted asparagus, steamed garlic, kale, a simple quinoa. These detox-friendly sides like lemon or broccoli just maximize the nourishment.
And to amplify the benefits even more, any flavor enhancements.
Adding fresh herbs like thyme or rosemary is fantastic for aroma and also adds some mild immune support. And like we said, a little more cayenne or red pepper flakes can enhance that metabolism-boosting heat.
Finally, let's talk about that critical quality consideration. The sources explicitly recommend using wild-caught salmon. Why is that distinction so important for the learner?
This is where optimizing just one ingredient truly amplifies the impact. Wild-caught salmon is recommended for its higher nutrient density and cleaner fat profile. A key difference is the presence of astaxanthin.
The Astaxanthin, what does that do?
It's a unique and powerful antioxidant. It's actually what gives salmon its rich pink color. In wild salmon, the astaxanthin content is often much, much higher than in farmed salmon. It's a superb anti-inflammatory, and it also promotes better vision health.
So when you choose wild-caught, it's not just better flavor, you're actually increasing the density of all these beneficial compounds we've been talking about.
Significantly increasing it.
So we've taken a single dish, maple-glazed salmon, and we've uncovered this dense stack of benefits. From the essential EPA and DHA for the brain to the specific minerals like zinc in the maple syrup aiding collagen, it's a complete example of using fruit as functional fuel.
It really is. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this deep dive shows that optimizing your food choices isn't always about expensive supplements or hours in the kitchen. It's about being deliberate with your main ingredients.
Like choosing wild-caught salmon or pure maple syrup.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
makes you think differently about your weekly grocery run, doesn't it? And how every little choice compounds.
It does.
So, provocative thought to leave you with is this. Given how much the quality of just two ingredients, the fish and the sweetener, can shift a meal from just tasty to therapeutic, what other simple staples in your kitchen could be optimized for a similar nutritional boost without adding any complexity to your routine?
That's a fantastic challenge. Try the recipe, apply the knowledge, and make those intelligent choices that amplify your health. Thank you for taking this deep dive with us.